Alright, I'm currently sitting in my personal 2011 Ford Explorer, having some weird issues with the blower. This does have an aftermarket HVAC controller. It's from a Metra kit, I believe. Anyways, the blower was making some weird noise when I was in it yesterday, and when you speed it up and then slow it back down, it kind of just jumps all over the place speed-wise. I'm going to see if I can replicate that real quick. It's doing it right now. So I don't know if you can hear that or not, but the motor's just ramping up and down repeatedly. That sounds kind of crappy. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but I figured I'd bring you guys along to kind of see where this goes. So let me get down there to the blower motor and I'll pick you back up. All right, so I got the blower motor out, just kind of laying down here, and I was able to emulate the problem with it laying out like this. I'm gonna see if I can do it again on camera. I should have had it recording, but of course now it won't do it. But I had it on the lowest setting, and it was just jumping off and on repeatedly. So I'm gonna try to verify control at the resistor pack or the motor controller. And if the control is solid, I'm gonna have to go ahead and call the controller or the resistor pack on this one. All right, so I got the blower back in there. I'm gonna try to get that real quick so you guys can see it again. So I think I found my problem. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it was kind of cutting in and out just with the connection being messed with at the motor. So I'm gonna pop that out, check pin drag, and go from there because that may be the only issue. All right, so all I did was take this and kind of slide it in and out of the pins just to see what the drag felt like, and honestly, they felt pretty tight. So I'm gonna try to repeat that again, just wiggling the connector around, and I'm also gonna check the connector at the resistor pack. So let me see if I can get her going here. Oh, it's doing it right now. It only did it for a second there. Oh, there it goes. So it may have just been coincidental that I was touching that plug. It's still doing the same thing, so uh, we're going to have to dig in deeper. We need to go ahead and verify control at the speed controller or the resistor pack and see if we're losing it. And if we aren't, then again, going to be calling the resistor pack on this one. All right, so I'm going to try to capture this real quick. I just got my multimeter hooked up to the blower motor input down there, and I turned it on, and voltage from the controller was definitely jumping all over the place. I still haven't verified control on that, but I'll see if I can get that in the shot here, if I can get it to do it. Of course, it won't do it now. But that voltage there was dropping down. It was erratic, but it was dropping down to like 4 volts and back up to 8, just all over the place. So, again, like I said earlier, I'm going to need to verify control. And then if we have it and it's steady duty cycle, then we're going to have to call that controller. All right, so I'm set up for testing here. If you see that, that's going to be the voltage incoming to the boiler motor. And over here, I just got this, I don't remember if it was Amazon or eBay, but it's a cheap oscilloscope, single channel. And I'm going to monitor the duty cycle input to the blower motor resistor pack and voltage to the motor at the same time. Hopefully we don't find that the HVAC module is bad, but here, I'm going to see if I can get this on camera. Sorry if it's blurry. I don't know if there's a way to make that better, but that's our duty cycle. And it's solid. And it will change as I increase the speed here from the controller. Well, I went out of my range there, but as you can see, it changes with speed as it should. And the same thing happens over here with voltage. So going up in speed, sure you hear it. That's full on. That's all the way down. So interestingly enough, we are having completely different results now with our test equipment in. So before, when I would go all the way down to the lowest setting on the controller up there, the lowest voltage I would see is like 8 volts. But for whatever reason, now that we are actually trying to record these values, it's actually dropping down like it's supposed to. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. But yeah, I'd see if I can get this thing to mess up again. Oh, there it goes. So the voltage to the motor is throttling all over the place right now, and as you can see here on our oscilloscope, the control signal is rock solid. So all I need to verify now is that the input voltage to the blower motor resistor is solid and not jumping around. But I mean, you can see it. You see that? The voltage getting sent from the controller to the motor is just all over the place. So we're almost done here. We just need to verify input voltage, and if it's solid, we know for sure it's the resistor. Alright, final test. I'm not going to be able to show you it on the oscilloscope here, but I'm monitoring input voltage to the speed controller or the resistor pack. And again here, we're going to be monitoring voltage to the motor out of the resistor pack. And we're going to try to get it to start doing its thing. And if it does and our voltage is solid, obviously I can't show you it on here. I'm just going to have to call it out. But the motor voltage is still all over the place, then we for sure need a resistor pack. So let me get this on real quick. Okay, I mean, it's already all over the place. Voltage to the motor anyway. It should be down around 4 right now, but it's not. Nice full bore. Back down to low speed. It's not dropping all the way down again, but our oscilloscope shows full voltage the whole time, no fluctuations. So this thing's going to need a resistor pack. And I don't know if you caught it or not, but the filter's pretty nasty too. So it's going to get a filter and a resistor pack. Thanks for following along, and hopefully this is helpful to someone that has a similar or exact same problem. All right, one final thing here. Sorry about the light there. Here's the resistor or the speed controller. Mine's the 4-terminal, 4 cooling fins. I believe there are multiple for these gears, so you gotta confirm which one you need. And obviously, it just has the 2 bolts that hold it in, and it is way up under here. I don't know if I can even show it. All right, there it is. The hole right there. So it's on the bottom of your like duct box, I guess, if you will, and it's all the way towards the firewall. I was able to get those 2 bolts out with the wrench, and these particular 2 were an 8mm, but a ratcheting wrench would have been amazing for this. So hopefully that's helpful. Here's the plug for it. Nothing fancy. Also, the little kick panel that's in the bottom there. Let me grab that real quick. This guy. So you're taking this out. That bolt right there is all the way in the back. And you're not going to be able to see it just messing with it. You'll get the 2 front bolts here easily. But that one, I had to use my nut driver, so I had enough length. This guy right here. And it's a 7mm. So hopefully that'll get you in there and get you fixed if yours happens to be the blood matter. But hopefully there was enough information here also to be able to condemn a certain part rather than just throw parts at it. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, so I'm editing this video, and I forgot to add, there's something I discovered after the fact, where I finished recording there, but so the speed controller on this motor, it has basically has a constant power feed on one side of the motor winding, and the other side is a modulated ground. So I did go back and verify that the circuit was good on the ground side to the controller, but I didn't get that on film. I just wanted to put that out there.